Hello and welcome to the third section of the course, and in this section we will be talking about rework and repetition, a very powerful set of tools that you can use in BPMN to save time and space on your model in order to represent something that is being done a certain number of times. And in this lecture we're going to talk about sub-process, a very effective and easy way to make your model more readable and more understandable. And you're going to use it a lot when you're going to be working with a very large business process models with 100+ elements. This will save your life. But before we get to the lecture itself, I would like to ask you for a quick favor. If you can go ahead and leave a review for this course. I know we're not done yet, I know we've only finished 2 sections so far, but I would really appreciate some feedback from you to understand if you like the course or not, if there's something I need to improve, and it will also greatly help the students who can decide if they should take this course or not. This can help them make up their minds. So again, if you could do that, that would be amazing. And now back to sub-processes. So sub-process is a very simple concept that I would like to explain to you on an example, so you have a better understanding of it. First, let's take a look at this very simple, very easy process of handling a phone call. You have your start event, you have your end event, and you have a couple of actions in between. Now, imagine yourself dealing with a very big, very complicated business process model with hundreds of BPMN elements on it already. Do you really want to put 6 additional BPMN elements on that model? Of course not, especially when the process is so simple and it's not even essential for your model. It's just there as an intermediate step of achieving your final goal. Fortunately, there is a solution, and it's called a sub-process. So all you need to do is drag this element here. This is the element for sub-process. Now you just have to name it. So now when you put this element of a sub-process onto your business process model, you will have to put only 1 BPMN element instead of 6 in our example, or however many your original sub-process has. So this looks much neater, much nicer, and it's very good for improving understanding of a very big business process model by breaking down a lot of different processes and activities into small sub-processes. So you can have as many sub-processes as you want in the model. And what happens is when a person has any questions about how this sub-process works, you have the original model ready for them to take a look at and make sure that they understand how it works. But what happens when a process that you want to turn into a sub-process has several end events? Well, let's take a look at another example. Here's the example. We have a process of handling insurance quote, and in this process we used a sub-process of assessing insurance quote. So here it is now, and as you can see in the sub-process we have 1 start event, 1 gateway, and 2 end events, and they're completely different. In one we accept the quote, and in the other one we reject the quote. So how do we do this? How do we model the rest of our original process when in the sub-process we have 2 end events? Well, the answer is actually really simple. We used the same gateway as we used in the sub-process. So since here we used an XOR split gateway, we're gonna use the same XOR split gateway in the main process. So take a look here. When we use the XOR split gateway in this example, we're going to condition the branches of it with the end events from the sub-process. So our one branch is going to be called quote accepted, and the other one is going to be called quote rejected. And based on that, our main process will continue on its own. And in the end, we have, again, 2 different end events. In the end, it's very, very simple. For example, if you had OR gateway in your sub-process, then you would use the same OR gateway style in your main process, and the branches would be conditioned as the end events in your sub-process. So again, as any other BPMN element, very easy and very logical. Just practice a bit more, draw a couple of models, and you will understand how important sub-processes are in BPMN and how easy it is to implement them in any process model. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and until next time, happy modeling.